All right, y'all. You know we're not done about talking about Gemini. Okay, we're not done talking about Gemini. Okay. Your most likable trait is responsiveness, right? What does that mean? People under this sign are many sided, quick in thought and action, clever with words, skillful at handling others, brimful or of new ideas. Astrologers regard this third sign of the zodiac as the quintessentially human sign, for it seems to sum up qualities that are the distinguishing hallmarks of the human race. Intelligence. Gemini is an air sign. Adaptability. Gemini is a mutable sign. And communicativeness. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Gemini people do not sit back and watch the scenery go by. As a Gemini, you are endlessly curious about everything and must be a part of the busy passing scene. If all the world's stage, Gemini must be the actor on that stage. Unlike Leo, who only wants to be the star, Gemini wants to play all the parts and be the director, the producer, and the stagehand. Hey, can I speak? Can I speak? That is a fact. That is a fact. And I feel like for some, if you resonate as a Gemini, because we want to be seen as super intelligent, because we like to talk, because we love to, um, we love information, we love learning. Um, we we just want to be a part of everything, doing everything. I felt like that when I was in theater. I wanted to be behind the scenes. I also wanted to build the stage. I also wanted to be the actress, right? I wanted to do all of that. And when you think of any avenue, any career, or just anything in general, Geminis, if you ever played house with your family, like with your siblings or something like that, what were you doing? You were trying to be the mom, the dad, and the sibling. The dog, you was trying to control everything. You wanted to play every part. And that's because we like to know every single piece of what we're doing. We just want it's just a learn it's like just it's just all about learning. Geminis just feed off of anything that teaches them and helps them learn something new and helps them to be the main factor of any scenario that they're in, right? Because they have that knowledge. It says duality is your most favorite trait. You usually want more than one of everything. That includes jobs, hobbies, careers, and lovers. Basically, your nature is restless on the go, in quest of new ideas and fresh experiences. Things get very dull for you unless you have a constant change of scenery. Variety is your game. As a result, you often leave a trail of unfinished tasks. Your tendency is to fritter away energy on too many projects instead of concentrating your cleverness on one task. I can also vouch for that as well. Why? Because I am someone who, man, I want to learn so many different things, but it's so hard to focus, right? When your mind is constantly racing and you want to take in so much information, you tend to learn so much about a lot. It's like you learn about so many things, but you only have you don't actually commit to anything. For example, um, I have, Geminis could struggle with hobbies. I struggle with hobbies. I struggle with maintaining one specific hobby. I like to read tarot. I also like to sing. I also like to make content. I also like to sit and learn and study and read. I also like to um, be a homeschool teacher to my kids when they're not in school and I'm not working. I like to um, you know try to implement exercising when I can. You see what I'm saying? Like there's so I like to do research on all those things too. I like to learn, but it's so hard to commit myself to that one specific thing. So that can be an issue for some people. Gemini is the sign of communication, and its natives have an urgent and continual need to communicate. You enjoy writing notes, chatting with strangers, surfing the web, tossing off emails, IMs, and text messages, and the telephone is a major means of communication. People should learn not to give you their number if they don't like to spend a lot of time on the phone. Bruh. Your astrological symbol should really be the question mark. You're a perpetual student of life who never stops asking questions. You love to talk to people, and this is the great secret of your charm. Others open to you like flowers. As a result, you're a marvelous people manager who can rev up enthusiasm and loyalty. If you're a Gemini, because you're so open with communication, you may have people open with communication to you, right? You may be the one person, like I know for me, growing up, I was young, you know what I mean, teenager, and I would have people, random people that I would meet at the bus stop, on the bus, walking into a grocery store, who would just open and vent to me and just talk about anything, right? Because there's just something about you. Maybe you said something, maybe you didn't say something. A lot, more often than not, a Gemini is going to speak, be very friendly, very be communicative. But regardless, like that was like the energy. Like people just would naturally come to communicate with me. And think about this too, though. Too, if you're a Gemini, and you don't like to, excuse me, if you're a Gemini and you don't really like to communicate, and you have random people coming up to you to talk to you, think about that. Because that could be forcing you to communicate, right? As a Gemini, you're supposed to be the communicator. And so if you don't like communicating, right, you're an introvert, you don't want to talk to people, and random people are coming up to talk to you, that's a sign, right? Maybe there's some conversations that you're supposed to be having, that you're trying to hide away from. But it says your astrological symbol, okay. Born with the gifts of persuasion, you could sell ice in Greaseland. Your quick mind can explain any action, defend any position, justify any course. You know what's so funny? I've been selling stuff since I was so young. I've been selling stuff. I literally am always selling something to somebody. Well, whether it's me telling somebody you should do this for me, or this is something that you should look into because this is really good, or I'm always trying to convince other people or persuade people. It's like sales, but I never actually want to be in a job where I have to be a salesperson. I know a Gemini, actually. I had an ex, he's a Gemini, and he's in sales. He's a car salesman, has been for a while. I think that he still is, I don't know. But regardless, he's very good at, he's a communicator, charmer, and he's able to do that, and he's very successful at it. But me, like, I can't do that. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. And that might just be the Capricorn in me, right? As a Capricorn, it don't feel like being in sales, just in general, it just feels so inconsistent. Whereas like working a regular job that you're getting regular hours, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like it. I don't like it. But if I had like regular conversations, like if I was telling my mom, like the other day, my mom said that she doesn't really like using deodorant because it gives her cysts under her arms, or like bumps and stuff. And I was like, girl, then use some, I didn't say girl, but you know what I'm saying? I was like, you need to use lemon. I've been using lemon. I'm talking about all the benefits about using a lemon, where I found out about it, how much easier, how better smelling she'll be. I'm just saying all these things. I didn't have to do none of that. I didn't have to do it. I just do it naturally. I just like to do so. And so you could just be a natural communicator that naturally can, sell things. But yeah, we'll do another video.